G'day guys, thanks for calling 1-800-PWN-TIME. This is Jay speaking, bringing you some footage from the Guild Wars 2 open beta that I just participated in. And so far, so good. This game is shaping up to be really good. I mean, I've had a lot of fun playing it. It's definitely an upgrade from the first, and that was my game growing up. I absolutely loved it. So playing this was just a dream. It was really nice. And I'm going to be doing a couple of videos for the Guild Wars 2. Once the game comes out, I'll be doing a hell of a lot more. But for this one right now, I'm just going to be going through some of the interface and basics for the game pretty much. So right now you're looking at your hero screen, which is basically just showing your armor, your weapons. It gives you your stats, and something great about that is the armor. You can actually fully customize your armor with colors. It was like the first Guild Wars, you could customize it with dyes, but it chose a single piece and dyed it. Now you can do all different sorts of colors within the one bit of armor, which is really cool. Right now you're looking at your slot skills, which is your 6 up through to 0, as you can see to the right of the health bar in the center of the screen, the red circle. You unlock those by getting skill points, and the ones you get now are your 1 through to 5. This is purely determined of what weapons you have in your hand. So each weapons have different skill sets. As you can see, if you've got dagger in your main hand, you get those 3 skills there. If you've got a dagger in your offhand, you'll get another 2, and you can have so many different combinations for each of the classes, whether you have pistol, bows in one hand, and it really does help to customize it. You can switch it up in battle. It was really a lot of fun doing it. And I don't know, just so far with the game, I'm having a lot of fun playing it. I'm not going to lie, the way they've set it out, it's basically taking everything good from every MMO ever. And I'm just scrolling through each of the menus here just so you can see, guys. But here's your inventory. As you can see, as you pick stuff up, that's where it goes to. It's typical layout. It's a typical MMO, but I mean, I can't really fault it. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun playing, and I'm just going to go into the world now and show you a little bit what it's about, and you'll see how the skills work. But the graphics themselves are great. This is a little shot of the map here. As you can see, the world is fucking huge, and I'm dubbing over this. This is just some gameplay that I recorded while I was playing it within the last 20 minutes of the beta. Actually, I was very unorganized, but anyway, as you can see, the world is monstrous, and no doubt they'll expand on that. If it's anything like Guild Wars 1 was, they'll keep bringing out expansions and bringing in new areas and new worlds, and you'll teleport between the worlds and you'll get new characters, professions. So the way they actually set out the Guild Wars 1 game was really good. The way it grew, the expansions came out, added new areas, new sort of professions and things that you could take over to new worlds. So I'm going to assume they're going to do the same sort of thing with this. And the maps themselves, like the land itself, is just a really nice landscape. Like, there are harsh areas, as you can tell, but I mean, it is just a really cool environment to play, and it's not hard to get sucked into the world, believe me. But this is just a little bit of combat I'm showing you with the Thief, which is what I used for the beta play that I was doing, and I got to, I think, level 18, but they are really cool. The way that you can move around and just the sort of customization you can have. As you can see, I'm using a bow to zip around and stealth and appear in new locations, which is very new. Like, you wouldn't see a Thief doing that sort of thing, and moving from side to side, being able to teleport and using pistols as well. I mean, it's just, I've always been a fan of Thieves, playing them in those sort of games, roguish assassin characters, and this is by far the best I've played in any MMO, probably any game ever. This is the best rogue style character that I've ever played. So here's going to be another fight I'll show you against an edit. I start off with the bow, because there's all sorts of different things you can do. You've got your AoEs, moves that you can slow the enemies down with. As you can see there, you can drop your skills like you're seeing on the right there. That was caltrops, which slows them down. Switch out to pistols and start busting caps with that. Like, it's really fun, active combat. Being able to switch weapons in combat, and that is different depending on each of the classes, but there's just a whole lot of customizing that you can do, and different ways that you can play your character, just the game in general. It makes it pretty damn interesting. And just the way you do fight, being able to actually jump from side to side and avoid enemies' attacks makes it so much more interactive, and just you feel like you're actually fighting. It's not like a typical MMO like World of Warcraft where you hit your auto attack and you're just spamming 1 and 2 and you can just stand in your one spot and get through the whole fight. In this, it pays to be moving around and be active, dodging enemies' attacks, getting behind the enemies to get crits, working with teammates. It really is a well thought out combat system, and I'm having a lot of fun using it, getting used to it, just trying to maximize, I guess, my play in it to be the best I can. And when you're working in a team too, it is a lot of fun, especially when you'll see now a dynamic event starts up, as you can see on my minimap down to the right. The little red-orange circle with the little swords in the middle, it's like a target sort of thing. Now, everyone in this area can see this, and most people will generally move to this area and they'll start trying to get through it. You get certain quests, you get certain experience and items for doing it, and People don't have to be in your party, it's just a dynamic event, similar to the way that Rift introduced to MMOs. I don't know if they introduced it, to be honest, but that style of thing where there are world events and everyone can get involved with it, and it is a lot of fun. Like, I've had some pretty hectic fights against massive bosses where there's just like 20, 30, 40 people, they're just wailing on it, and the game seems to handle it pretty well. Like, my computer's not great, it's alright, but I mean, the way they've built the game is so that you don't need a great computer to play it. It can scale off that. Like, there's just so much that you can do with this game, whether you've got a good computer or just an average one. You can scale the graphics down and you'll still be able to get through it. So it was good that they did that. It's not trying to slow the people down that don't have a good computer or force them up to upgrade, because a lot of people can't afford it, and this is just a really, really good way to get into this game. The graphics, though, when pumped up, look pretty fucking good, I'm not gonna lie. Just moving around this world, taking in the sights, it's always good when a game can grip you like that, and so far Guild Wars 2 has done that. And if you didn't notice before, guys, I switched out my 2 pistols for 2 daggers. I probably should have mentioned it, and as you can see, I've got a whole new skill set, and this is actually another thief that I'm fighting with, and we completed the dynamic event, and these little boxes pop up for the beta because they want to know what we're thinking, how we're feeling about it, because they're not going to release this game until they've got it running top notch. And in my personal opinion, I would be happy to play it as it is right now. I would pay $100 to play this as it is. I'd be very, very, very happy to. But they're not going to put it on our stores till it's up and ready, well, by their standards up and ready, so it's going to be interesting to see what they add and how they improve on it, because already it's running really, really smoothly. I'm having a lot of fun playing, I'm not going to lie. The battle itself, the combat, the worlds, the monsters, the way you build your character, it's all really, really cool. And something you'll see shortly too that's new to Guild Wars, the way you die, or rather what happens when you die, you've actually got a chance of coming back. It's not like Guild Wars 1 where you'd resurrect and come back with damage. There's also a way to bring yourself back to life, and in team fights people can revive you on the spot. So as you'll see now, I'm taking on this harpy, and I'm sucking pretty much. I'm a bit of a noob. But anyway, what I want to show you is perfect right now. It will drop me, and there's actually a way that you can fight to survive. Now, you've got 4 options that pop up as you see now. Fight to survive. You've got your attacks there, and if you keep wailing on the enemy, if you're able to kill an enemy while in this mode, you come back to life, as you'll see in a second. And your 4, there's a heal, which if you can get that off and bring your health back up, that red bar, you come back to life and get back into the fight. So it's really cool. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think. Please hit it up with a like. I've got a few more videos coming that are from the beta, so if you're looking forward to it, they'll be coming up soon. And yeah, I'll just talk to you guys later, so catch ya.